Hello everyone, welcome to Critical Thinking Online. I will be your instructor this semester. I'm Dr. Beth Secord. I've been here at CSN for the past 3 years. And I have been honing this class, I've been developing this class, and I think I put together something really great. You will be learning from these two texts. The first text is a standard critical thinking text. It's a new concise edition, which means it's less expensive. It should be only about $40 new. It's called A Concise Guide to Critical Thinking by Louis Bond. And then we will also use this great book by Daniel Kahneman. Daniel Kahneman won the Nobel Prize in Economics for his insights into something called cognitive biases. So he looked into ways in which we humans predictably make critical thinking errors. So these are systematic cognitive errors, cognitive biases that we make again, and again. They're predictable. Once you learn to spot them, you will save yourself a lot of time, money, energy, and grief. So this is a fantastic book. We will be only reading, like 7 or 8 chapters from this book. It's a lot longer than that. It's worth reading all the way through. It's fairly inexpensive. You can get it at any bookstore, including our bookstore, used or new. So Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. It is also available on Audible or iTunes. So if you have a long commute in the morning, you can listen to the material, and that costs about $30, probably twice what the book costs new. Yeah, brand new, the book is only $16. So this is Thinking Fast and Slow. Both of these are excellent books. This won the Nobel Prize and was a New York Times bestseller for a while. So some really great insights into the human mind here. So, so if you apply yourself to this course, if you study, if you do the exercises, if you do the journals where you apply these things to your lives, if you think through these things, you will start to develop your own BS detector. So, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have one. Now, a BS detector is not the same thing as a lie detector. In some ways, a BS detector is even more powerful because you can detect when people aren't lying, but they really believe the BS. So they're not lying. They believe the BS, but they're being fooled. They're fooling themselves, or they could. So not a lie detector is a little bit different than a BS detector. You'd have to take a different class to get a lie detector. This class will give you a BS detector. It will help sharpen your critical thinking skills. This class is of use no matter where you are on your critical thinking journey. Studying this material has helped me. Even after I got a PhD in philosophy, I started teaching critical thinking. And reading this, thinking through it, using it, I'm able to see through so many more things than I was. So this class is definitely worth your time, your energy, your focus. The more you put in, the more you will get out, and it'll be worth it in your life. So think of this course as a life hack, a thinking hack. This will help you in your life. I guarantee it. You will come back to me. I'd like you to come back to me in 5 years and tell me how it saved you tons of money. Not just money, time, grief. Okay. All right, so this is the course. This is the course catalog description. Introduction to analysis and evaluation of actual arguments, to the practice of constructing logically sound arguments, and to logic as a theory of argument. So that's what you'll learn in this book. To apply this to your life, we're going to use this as well. So here's my course overview. In this course, you will learn to identify common thinking mistakes that haunt the lives of many people. You will see it. You'll never be the same after you read this. These thinking mistakes or cognitive biases are hardwired into us in such a way that we deceive ourselves without knowing it. You will learn to recognize and correct for systematic errors in reasoning about probability, cause and effect, memory, evidence. Oh, probability. So my husband comes home from playing poker and he tells me the funniest stories of the way that people reason poorly about probability. Funniest. Okay, cause and effect, memory, evidence, and moral desert. So we will trace how these thinking mistakes lead us to unjustified beliefs and strange phenomena like lucky numbers or unlucky numbers in poker, unlucky cards, People say this all the time, I can't win with jacks. Ridiculous. Alien abduction, past lives. I'd rather have a 2 than a jack. No, you wouldn't. Alien abductions, past lives, psychics, astrology, and folk cures and homeopathy. So the nature of this course, so learning to think critically is a lifetime pursuit. This course is meant to aid and encourage you on your critical thinking journey. It is applicable no matter where you are on your critical thinking journey. Old or young, highly educated, not highly educated, it'll help you. At the end of this course, you will be equipped with some great tools to help be a better critical thinker, but these tools must be honed with use and practice. So the real final exam in this course is the thinking challenges given to us by life itself. Okay, so that is what this course is all about. This is my name, Dr. Beth Secord. My office is here. A building, 110B on the Charleston campus. My office hours are by appointment, so send me an email and we can set something up if you'd like to chat. All right, what else about this course? Grading. Okay, so you're just going to have some multiple choice midterms, multiple choice true false, maybe some short answer questions, all online. Midterm 1, midterm 2, final exam. You'll have a bunch of quizzes. These will encourage you to do your reading and will guide your reading, that they're worth 10%. After they are due on Saturday at midnight, that's it. You cannot turn them in after that. But you can drop, I will, and the computer is set to drop your lowest quiz score. Keep this in mind, it is already set to drop your lowest quiz score. So suppose you get 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. The computer automatically drops it 9 out of 10. Okay, then you keep working, you got a 6 out of 10 next, and the computer drops that. So the computer's already dropping your lowest grade. Another thing to keep in mind, the way the computer is calculating your grades, if you don't do a quiz, if you don't do it at all, it's just a blank, the computer does not count it against you until I tell the computer to count it against you. This is why. Either you will get zeros on all the assignments you haven't done, which would give you an F in the course until you're pretty much done with the course, or I can tell the computer to not count things you haven't done against you yet. So that's what I've done. Instead of scaring everyone where you get an F in the course until you're done, assignments you miss will not be counted against you until the end of the course. So keep in mind, every single quiz you miss is a 0. Okay. Although if you miss one, the computer will drop it. It will not count against you. Journals. Journals will be worth 30% of your grade. This is where you take the things you've learned in this course and apply it to your life. You think about, when have I made, for example, this causal mistakes and bogus therapies journal. When have I went and spent money on a bogus cure? I don't know. In order to, be more beautiful, you need to stand on your head 15 minutes a day. Okay, and then you do that. So that's a bogus therapy. You would write about that. So you'd think about what was going on in my mind when I read that, oh, this is a funny one. This girl told me that if you trim your eyelashes, they'll grow longer. So I did this in high school. I trimmed my eyelashes. They did not grow longer. So that would be kind of a bogus therapy. What's the, yeah, but that would be a bogus therapy. Have you ever fallen for one? So here's the journal. You would think through it. Think through what was wrong with your reasoning. How could you fix your reasoning? And this way you can apply what you're learning to your life. If you can't think of anything, you can talk about the time your mom fell for a bogus therapy, the time your brother or your friend fell for a bogus therapy. Okay, so these are your journals. They're worth 30% of your grade. They're fairly short. About a page and a half to 2 pages double spaced. Not only will you have to write and turn in this journal, but you will be randomly assigned 2 other student journals to evaluate. These other student journals will be anonymously assigned, so you won't know who they are. And there'll be a rubric, and you will grade these other students based on the rubric. Now, you will not have your journal graded until you complete your evaluations of the other students. I will go through and grade them. I may or may not take the suggestions that for grades that the other students have given grade you. So these are the 5 journals you have to do. Course policy emails. I'm not always online. Sometimes I go away for the weekend. So I try to answer emails within 24 hours and 48 hours on the weekends or holidays. So if I don't get back to you on Thanksgiving weekend, don't freak out. It's because I'm out of town and I'm not checking my emails. Nothing really is an emergency. So everything can be fixed. You don't need to stress out. Call 911 if it's a real emergency. But this online class, we can talk. So nothing's that much of an emergency that you need to get hold of me right away. Okay. All right, that's it then. I hope you enjoy this course. Please feel free to email me anytime. Here's my email address.